also a guest to kick off the Legend of Zelda herself. She's so good. This is our tricolor Corgi. She looks just like Wolflink, doesn't she? Yeah, she's great. Thanks, Dan. Awesome. So now we're good. Screenshot moment, yeah. All right, so sounds good for everybody. We're still in Mercury retrograde. Thanks for bearing with me on that one. But we have Wolflink, like I was saying. And the one thing that we're going to have to be aware of tonight is when we go into a town, for some reason, Wolflink will vanish. And when Wolflink vanishes in the town, how's this? When Wolflink vanishes, we can bring him back. Even if Wolflink goes down in battle, we can bring him back because I have a controller that can do that now. So great, great, awesome. All right, so that brings me to the question again of, do we want to continue the storyline and then have Wolflink join us after? I feel like that's probably a good way to go because we want to talk about Fae stuff, and there is something in this next place that we're going where we can get some Fae lore to inspire us. So we can absolutely do that. Let's see if he'll follow us in here. Maybe he will. Oh, nope. Bye, buddy. Okay, we'll pick him up later. And of course, Blot is still over here, so we're all good. And we'll find Wolflink later. No worries. Must have returned to his own world. Yes, well, that's fine. Okay, so we have the first thing that we can do is, sure. The first thing we'll do is the little shrine up here. And while we do that shrine, I'll go ahead and do an overview of what we did on Monday on the live broadcast. I may need to be reminded of some of that. Funny thing is, that's a lot of off the cuff. So I would have talked about the upcoming astrology. Did I do this one already? I think we did finish this. Never mind. We don't have to do this. I'll go show you a fairy fountain. Yeah, so we were talking about Neptune. That's probably because Neptune is going direct. Let me quickly just refer to my transits for the week so I can remember what we're talking about. Okay, so this week, all right. So we would have talked about this week, which has Mercury going direct, which is huge. And we have a trine, yes. So Mercury is going to be trining Jupiter and Saturn next week. Venus is trining all of those this week. So this is the trine. Oh, hang on. This is going to look bad, but trust me on this. Oh, never mind. Those little blue guys, unfortunately, if you shoot them with an arrow, will give you a lot of rupees, and we will need those. So it is what it is. 8 buttons up there. Yeah, so we'll collect everything we can here, and that's going to be a bit of a cutscene when we get to it. So, I know, right? So this week, actually today, Venus trines Jupiter and Saturn. So, awesome. So we are experiencing the Venus trine of Jupiter and Saturn, and then tomorrow Saturn goes direct on Thanksgiving Day here in America, or whatever day you're appreciating. I have different ways of celebrating these days, but there are so many owls in this forest. Who? I don't know who. That's the question, isn't it? So yes, Saturn will go direct, and what we're going to experience is Saturn's been retrograde for quite some time, and Saturn was kind of bouncing back and forth between signs. So right now we have a bunch of planets doing that. Neptune is doing it along with Saturn. So that may have been where I was headed on Monday when I was talking about this on the live broadcast. And so Saturn and Neptune are gonna be a big deal straight into February and March, and they've been one this whole year. So I think I did a really brief overview of this last week on this live, but I'll tell you some more, because we are in an era of time where it's kind of wild how much is changing. Like, if you're overwhelmed by the word unprecedented times, yeah, I mean, dang. I was doing research even into the year 2000 when this would initially, almost metaphorically, would have started. The mean triplicity shift of Jupiter and Saturn happened at that time. It was actually the last conjunction of the two in an Earth sign, which was Taurus. But they had had a sign conjunction in Libra, which is an air sign, in 1980. And so this was already this period of conjunction in an air sign, conjunction in an earth sign for the final time, and then conjunction in an air sign in 2020 to initiate a 200-year process of conjunctions in air signs. So if you average that together, mean triplicity shift, the mean of the beginning time, if we have to take from 1980 to 2020 into account, would have been the one in 2000 to sort of average it out. And so that would have been the sort of idealized starting point, which is what Persian astrologers in the medieval period would have used. And so, thank you guys, you are so kind. So what we notice is this triplicity shift is the beginning of what would have been considered a new dynasty. And I say that accidentally, not accidentally, trying to quote the emperor in Mulan. This is a new dynasty. That is what it's considered. So we are moving from a 200-year era of Earth into a 200-year era of air. And right now I'm writing a book on that kind of thing, but using the framework of Babylonian astrology and mythology. It's really fun. It's going to be called Tear Down the Sky. The main character is going to be based off of the god of Mercury at the time, whose name was Nabu. I can tell you tons more about that because I'm in the thick of it and having a blast with it. But when they changed triplicities, which they didn't have back in Babylon, so I had to adjust it, but it still works. Triplicities are the elements of a sign. Again, so Earth for the last 200 years, now moving into air. So is it the age of Aquarius? No, but it is the age of air. And so that's that's where we kind of see that coming in. Oncoming Storm and Maven, you guys are so appreciated. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. So yeah, you're fantastic. Thank you. So what we get is this conjunction pattern where Jupiter and Saturn conjoin every 20 years. And so they do that about 10 times in one element, then switch to another element. It's kind of like the Avatar cycle. And so it's the changing over of a dynasty when they do that. The average time that we would mark as like this is when the shift technically happened the most would have been in the year 2000. So, you know, if you're a 90s kid or an 80s kid, that's more than half of your life. And if you're a 2000s kid, that is, you came in with that, right? You are here as part of that new era. Hey, Twitchy Steflin, it's good to see you. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate the Mulan reference. I can't help myself. So we are in that new era, which, like, literally started in 2020, but like idealized and averaging things out mathematically, let's say, started in the year 2000. And when it did, because I had to go back and look at this chart around that time, the conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn actually perfected somewhere in it was May 28th, 2000 was when they conjoined. And right around that day, every planet of the inner planets and the social planets, so every planet aside from Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, all of your traditional 7 planets were in the same sign of Taurus at that time. Every single one of them. It's ridiculous. Like, that's not normal, right? We got close in 2020 when a lot of things were in Capricorn for a bit. But for that conjunction to happen with everything kind of witnessing it, it felt like they were all witnessing it. What are you and why can't I pick you up? There we go. So what I'm talking about now is we have, like we said today, Venus is trining both Jupiter and Saturn. And that's because Jupiter and Saturn are trining each other. They conjoined for the most recent time on the winter solstice of the year 2020. There's nothing significant about the winter solstice being their conjunction. It's just really cool that it happened at the same time to be, just to be thorough there. But what we then see is they continue their 20-year process. And it has been, it's 2025 now, so it's been 5 years since their conjunction. And in that we have moved to, sounds cool, AJ? In that we have moved to them now trining each other, because Jupiter takes about 1 year to go through each sign of the zodiac. Saturn, however, takes about 2.5 to 3 years. So you can see how Jupiter kind of pulled ahead of Saturn in that way. And they'll meet up again when they sextile, trine, square, oppose and then trine, square, sextile again. It reminds me, if you've ever watched The Big Comfy Couch, now I'm really dating myself, which was like a PBS show for kids. It was hosted by this clown person, and there was a break where she became the clock, and like her legs, which were super bendy, became the hands of the clock. If you imagine that, that's kind of what the planets are doing too. So think about your exercise break in that sense. And so right now though, that being precedent enough, right? That's huge. You remember that? Yay, Jenny. So that's a lot already. And then let's talk about those three outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. They're all changing signs right now too. So as we're in this period of big shifts happening and the first real trine meetup with Jupiter and Saturn since 2020, we are also getting this totally unrelated movement of all three outer planets into new signs within a 2-year period. Pluto was dancing back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn, which is where we got a lot of that like Age of Aquarius stuff. They are now still in Aquarius and will stay there until like 2046 or somewhere around there. So like a long time. And now Uranus has popped into Gemini and is now back in Taurus for a bit. We'll go back into Gemini next year. And the same goes with Neptune. Neptune popped into Aries right alongside Saturn. Saturn moved into Aries. This is like a bridge of mushrooms. Yeah, we're gonna open up this big cactus here in a second, but it's gonna be a loud noise. So I'm making sure I finish this point first. It's worth it, I promise. So we're noticing that Neptune went into Aries, came back into Pisces for a bit, will go back into Aries, and is doing that alongside Saturn the entire way. They went in together, retrograded together. Saturn's going to move direct this week. Neptune moves direct in the next week or two. And then they will move back towards Aries together and conjoin in the first degree of Aries together. And so that is going to be a hallmark moment that we'll see in February and March of next year. That's been building over this past year. We've already seen the anticipation. We already feel it coming. It's that what I said in 2020 that I shouldn't have was, it feels like when you feel a sneeze coming on and you prepare for it. And the achoo is coming next year. Now, in 2020, it was actually like sickness, and I should have, I had no precedence, right, for what I was intuiting. But here I'm talking about the applying of an aspect, and then it's perfection and separation. First degree of Aries sounds powerful. It is. It's the first degree of the zodiac as we consider it, right? We start our zodiacal year around the Aries equinox in March, because that is the 0 degree of the zodiac, and then you go all the way around to the last degree of Pisces, which you could also say is the 59th degree of the zodiac, and then you start again. So it is a potent position of the chart, but it's also, for Saturn, a rough place to be, because Saturn finds its fall in the sign of Aries. So we're going to see Saturn struggle a little bit there. Close to the end of 2019, I kept telling my husband we take for granted that we can just be out. We could be taken out by a germ. War of the Worlds, right? Like, I remember that radio show was something my dad was really into, so I ended up listening to it a lot. But yeah, in the end, it wasn't anything humans did. It was nature that did it. So yeah, interesting, huh? Happy Wednesday, all. It's good to see you here, Eula, Minerva. Okay, so we are now going to open up our first fairy. This is our great fairy. There are going to be several of these, but this is the first, and she's going to make some noise. She's kind of big. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to examine. Oh no, she's going to make me pay first. That's right. Listen to my story. Sure. It's a fairy. Yeah, the little lights around here are also fairies. They will bring us back to life if we die, if I can catch one. This place was once a beautiful spring. But as time passed, fewer and fewer travelers arrived to offer me rupees. This is interesting with Fae lore too, right? Fewer and fewer people come around and interact, and the ability to really sustain in this place goes away. As a result, my power has abandoned me. Not power in general, right? But the power to do anything in this space, in this more physical space, that is something that kind of tracks. I feel like that tracks with the fairy world. Yep. There's a lot of exchange of energy with the fairy world too. Yeah, I actually have a bowl on my altar with a coin from every country I go to. Even if it's a repeat of the coin, I'm bringing it back for the fae of my household as my gift to them for whatever they're doing to take care of this place, or at least for not stealing my stuff. Do I have 100 rupees? Once my power has been restored, I can help you do great things. I have 410, have my rupees, but look at the size of that hand. Here you go. All right, this is something. Here we go. We're too kind, you guys. I'm so glad we had enough rupees for this. Here we go. And there she is. Twitch does ads? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I did not realize that either. All right, so we have, Jenny, let me know if you can still see. I need to get used to the way things are done here. But yeah, so this is Kotera, the first of the great fairies that we are going to see. Okay, what a feeling. The first breath of fresh air after an eternity of decay. It's just so intoxicating. And again, that difference in time, right? And the eternal youth, or at least the perception of eternal youth, goes with the Fae lore pretty well. Time is very much a this world concept, I've found in a lot of cases. Some other places may perceive time, but it's going to be a lot different and different paced and things. Speaking of making payments offerings, oh, wow, what really interesting timing. At least it was entertaining. Thanks, guys. Returned to your former glory. As they say, one good turn deserves another. I can help you. And so here we go. We see the actual reciprocation, right? And that's how a lot of the Fae lore goes. When you hear about stories of, classic one is the shoemaker. So you think about the shoemaker, the Fae did this, the shoemaker did that, and it was a very back and forth kind of thing. And everybody benefits. And if not, if someone's cheated, they're not afraid to hold a boundary. So you gotta be careful with that. Allow me to enhance your clothing. It's the least I can do. Okay, so we have the opportunity now. I'm still wearing my sweater. Oh, nice. Subs get you past the ads. That is helpful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mavewin. So cool to know. All right. Cool. And welcome back, AJ. All right, so we're going to enhance our clothing here. And we're talking about a lot of really amazing, accurate Fae lore that's going on with this too. So because we helped her, she's going to help us, and we'll be able to do this throughout. Now, this is another reason why we're collecting monster parts and everything, because she needs stuff to enhance with. Now, the only thing, the only thing I can enhance are my good old Hylian trousers, which I'm very still excited to have. Notice how we're going to need the pieces to do that. What is she going to do with these? I don't know. Maybe Bokoblin horns, because they enhance defense because they're horns. They enhance the defensive properties magically of the trousers. You could easily say that. I feel like I've been studying Cornelius Agrippa's 3 books of occult philosophy. I feel like he would agree with that a lot. The sort of like, this thing's used for battle. We can use this for protection in battle. Also horns, Bokoblin horns, typically we find horns of that like on like goats and things, which are very Saturnian. So the defensive factor there feels right on as well. Cool. So we're going to enhance these. Take a little bit less damage when we get hit, I think. And there's... I'm going to need to do some rupee farming at some point, which is a great opportunity for us to run around with Wolf Link. Look at our pants. Because there's a really cool set of clothing in this town that I love. It's great. So, you've heard about set bonuses, right? Yeah, when you get more of one thing in a set, you get to have the bonus. Like, impervious to cold, which eventually we'll get to. But right now, we have no memories, we're broke, and the fairy took our money. So, we've got some work to do. If I examine again, she's going to come back, so I'm not going to do that. fairies other than her in this world look like the pink fluff balls that were floating around before and have now scurried away in my presence, which makes sense. So we have that now, which is great. I'm gonna find my way back out of here if I can. This is also accurate to Fae lore, getting lost in the woods and not climbing a tree, of course. Not necessarily being able to find your way out. I think it was up this way. We can skip in the woods. Skip together in the woods. Look at us with our fairy encounter. Fairies are real, everybody. I have to tell you. Alright, and now we're going to get into something even, I guess, as interesting, right? Who wants to move the story along and then go grab Wolf Link and explore some more? So this is where we were supposed to head, between the mountains. This is Kakariko Village. And so we've got lots of stuff going on here, including a quintessential Zelda experience, which I'll get to probably in a little bit. Puppy went back to his world. Oh, well, okay, these guys don't like us. Puppy went back to his world. He's safe, but he will be back because I have this lovely thing right here, which will bring him back. So we can't have him in the city or in the town for reasons, but we can have him in the open field, and we will bring him back because I have this controller which lets me do it, so I don't have to worry about anything. So Puppy's coming back. Don't you worry. And we'll talk about, Fae sightings as animals, which will be really fun too. But first we gotta get past these guys. Sounds like D&D rules. D&D does its diligence, right? Like it's not far off of folklore. One of the cool things about D&D is that it really does its research. It also may sound a lot like, oh, sorry guys, I didn't mean to talk to you again. Please hurry. Oh, actually I do need to talk to you again because I wasn't listening to you. First, hurry and see what Lady Enzo has to say. Oh, so I can go. Great, thanks. Yeah, so D&D is very lore accurate. Hello. And so is Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of, background there too. It's a sheik asleep. Did you hear the hero my grandmother told me about? Lynn. No, I'm not Lynn. I forgot, it's just bad with speaking. As for me, my name is Papape Haya. Aw. She's actually adorable in this whole storyline. No, I should be able to say that easily, seeing as how it's my own name and all. I'm so sorry. Alright, so Grandma's been waiting for us. We get to go inside. Haya is precious. You saw a bunny once and thought that popped in your head was, oh, that's from another world. Yes.
So,
probably
you're
yes.
finally awake.
We've got
It has been quite a long time, Link. I'm much
we did
older
talk about some
now,
Fae things, AJ,
but
yeah.
you
We'll
remember
probably get to it
me, don't you?
No. I mean, I do, because I'm, like, steeped in Zelda lore and stuff, but I wish I had a cooler outfit for this one. One of the other fun facts is this is the first Legend of Zelda game that had voiced characters. Often you hear them just make vocal sounds like this one. So, hang on, she'll do it again eventually. There's actually a theory that Link is mute. And now they're making this movie and people are like, are you gonna make him mute or not? And I think a lot of the fandom's kind of attached to that. It would be neat. But we'll see. He canonically does seem to speak in some cases. Like, people seem to respond to jokes he makes that you don't get to see him make. At your most recent pet sit, you saw finches almost every morning. That's really cool. 100 years ago, the king... Okay, so we're going to get into a cutscene that gives us a flashback. You were playing on the balcony. That's so cute. So, Zelda went to go face Ganon because we died. We got KO'd. But she gave some words for when we came back. This was planned. Like Silent Bob will only speak when it's very important. Yeah. Yeah. You could consider Link Silent Bob. That works. Princess Zelda was her life to leave you. If you're Here to hear them. You must be prepared to risk your life as well. I'm afraid that burden may be too much to bear while you're still without your memories. I leave the choice to you. When you're ready to receive the princess's message, return to me. Alright, so let's grab the message, and then we can move on with our game. I think the movie should not have him talk, but could maybe do like the games do where it's implied. I wouldn't mind that either. We'll see. The leaked images are growing on me. So, I mean, like, literally, this is my sweater today, right? So, like, I'm into it. I'm very excited, but also nervous. I have a whole bookshelf over here that's just Zelda merch. It's, like, a big deal to me. So, I'm hoping. All right. Not a memory to your name. I know. You've not changed a bit. Once a hero, always a hero. Remember that for yourselves, you guys.
Yeah.
If you have anything you've ever been proud of yourself for, you're still that person. Oh. Since you lost your memory, I'll recount for you all that has happened. Here we go.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages. This evil has been turned back time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess who carries the blood of the goddess. With the passage of time, each conflict with Ganon faded into legend. So listen closely as I tell you of this legend that occurred 10,000 years ago. Hyrule was then blossoming as a highly advanced civilization. Even the most powerful monsters posed little threat to the denizens of the realm. The people thought it wise to utilize their technological prowess to ensure the safety of the land should Calamity Ganon ever return. They constructed 4 mechanical wonders that came to be known as the Divine Beasts. They also built a legion of autonomous weapons called Guardians. The Divine Beasts were piloted by 4 individuals of exceptional skill from across the land. And thus, the plan to neutralize Ganon was
the last Zelda game I
forged.
played was the OG on Nintendo NES. Trying forever to get into the Forest. Yeah. Kudos to you, honestly. Like, me and a D-pad, I used to be able
Upon
to do it, but like,
Ganon's
I
inevitable
need my
return
joysticks
to
now.
Hyrule, the princess and the hero fought alongside these 4 champions against this ancient evil.
He's inside too.
The Guardians were tasked with protecting the hero
There are
as the
banging
Divine
toilets outside
Beasts
of our house right now. Poor
unleashed
Zelda's
a
afraid of thunder,
furious
so
attack
we're
upon
making sure
their
she's inside where she can
terrible
cuddle with her dad. I love that Zelda is so long too.
And when the hero
Honestly, I hope it never
wielding
stops.
the sword that seals the darkness delivered his final blow, the princess used her sacred power to seal away Calamity Ganon.
Yeah, all of my phone notifications are still Zelda songs and tunes and things. Why not, man? It's the best.
Oh,
100 years ago.
oh.
Some deep prophecies there, man. It's just my old Chromebook, but I find you very faint. It might be partially the Chromebook. My computer's catching me pretty fine, but my sweater also may be confusing the green screen a little bit. Oh wait, the game is a lot louder than your mic. Okay. What would you prefer? Let me know if you want the game to be softer or my mic to be louder. What's the best mix?
Oh.
So I can do... yeah, sorry. Mic louder? Okay. How about here? The game is like, it does do that, yeah. Yes, great. Cool, we found it. Yeah, can still go up from there if you want. Whatever works. This is for you guys to hear. Is a good balance now sound-wise. Great, great, great. Cool, I'll remember that. Oh, now we're hearing about the friends we're going to make. So these are the different people that controlled different divine beasts, were basically mech around the world. We will be visiting each one of them, so no worries there. Yeah. Alrighty, so these are our new mission points. Free the divine beasts. Yay! Yeah. Research lab in Hateno Village. That's going to be fun too. This opens up basically the rest of the game for us. I thought it was an island in uncharted territory for Blue. Yeah, fair. It is uncharted territory for us because the map's not open yet, so. Alright, Princess's only hope, as usual. Don't turn back. Why would we? We're just going to turn sideways a lot and get distracted, so. Oh, that's okay.
Oh.
Is something wrong? Focus on getting the secret slate fixed. Village, right there. Okay, okay, I'm good. Yes.
Oh.
Yep. Actually, theory has it that Link is originally from... Oh, stop it! I keep trying to... So there's a thing in in Zelda games where usually it's an owl called Rauru. And he says, do you want me to repeat myself? And you would normally say no, but they have the button where if you keep like smashing the thing, he'll just repeat himself. And this is feeling a lot like that. So bear with me here. There we go. We aren't turning back. We're just going sideways. Yep. Cool. Let's run around. Oh, jeepers. Let me out. Let's run around here a little bit, see if there's anything to discover, any chests or things. Koroks, I'm sure, are somewhere. Okay. Yeah. I know there's one right here. Do I have an apple? I want to first put an apple here. And that's going to happen with this. Make sure I hold the right stuff. Hold. And this is considered an offering. And the Koroks could absolutely be considered Fae. So, getting back onto the topic of Fae stuff. You give an offering, you solve a puzzle, you do whatever, then they give you this Korok seed, which is eventually we exchange for more item slots and things. So again, Fae bargains or trades. It depends on who you're working with. Now, this is what you should not do if you're dealing with the actual Fae, right? Do not do this. But it doesn't hurt anything in the game, and we're probably going to need it because I'm clumsy. So, that's just the way that is. This guy is going to give us a quest. We'll talk to him a little bit. Sorry to bother you. You a fellow traveler? Yes, and he loves art. Great Fairy Fountain? Yes, I've already found it. Aesthetics aside, I need people to give me, like, I need to find rupees is what I need here. There's also a kid over there who looks like he's up to no good. Yeah, we had that revelation before. Alright. So these are going to end up over here. Ugh. No, I forgot how to throw again. There we go. Chickens belong in the chicken coop. Alright, you definitely have a quest. Oh man, am I gonna have to hide and seek? Let's do hide and seek, because I can take my time with that. I gotta call him. Okay. So we gotta find you playtime with Kotla. Kotla? Kotla? Alright. I guess we're gonna try to find this kid. In this whole village. If anybody sees a little kid. Oh. I'm not part of the Yiga clan, but the Yiga clan is important later. So what we're going to learn is the Yiga clan they're kind of like the culture here, but they are inverted. So they actually really want to find Link and kill him. So they'll hide themselves as regular old people, and then they will, oh my goodness, what is your problem? I'm sorry. They will try to fight us, and sometimes they're really good at it. So we'll have to be careful. The trees eventually fall away. So will I. That's why I painstakingly raised them. But there's a chicken in there, right? I gotta get that guy. So you're telling me if I touch this at all? Yeah. Like I said, I know I'm such a terrible listener. Leave the poor old lady alone. I would love to, but you have a chicken in your farm, and he's not doing you any favors either. But okay, I'm still looking for a kid. This is an ADHD nightmare, you guys. This kid's gotta be around here somewhere. You would think there'd be like layers to this. Also, we can, you're back. Well, thanks, lady, for resetting my chicken run. Alright, well. I'm not sure where this kid is. Alright. Oh, we got an iron shroom. Huzzah! I will come in. I really want to, but your stuff is expensive. And I know I'm going to find stuff in there I want, and I can't afford it yet. Where is this child? No, you're going to tell me to find your chickens. I know. I would love to find your... I was trying. Oh, you remember me. Oh, you're one of the guys from the out front. They haven't come home yet. I know. So if I initiate this, can I go get that chicken? The chickens are going to be easier to find than this kid. So, yeah. Watch the kids be a fairy. You know, in this case, they're not. But that gives us a really great segue into changelings. Do we want to hear like some lore around changelings? Well, I'll give you the Emily Wilde version, and then I'll give you the potential historical version. All right, I'm gonna try this again. She's still mad at me. I gotta get the chicken. Do I have to lure it away with food or something? Listen, I don't want to be here either. It's okay. Goodness. Report it to the HOA. Does the chicken get... Oh, I'm not trying to go in there. I know I gotta get you. I just gotta figure out how. Like... I'm trying to get, like... Can I... No, I can only stasis him. You heard that historically children with autism got called changelings. That's where I was headed with this, yeah. Does this count? Does this count? Oh man, I'm so close. Just give me the chicken. Anyway, yes. So in Emily Wilde, they do a really cool thing with the changeling in the first book, where she has to sort of deal with the changeling to get it to return the child that was swapped out. That's what changelings are considered to have done. They take a child, usually a newborn or a baby, and they swap a fey child or a fey baby or a fey of some sort that looks like a baby, with the human baby. The human baby is taken into the fairy realm. Sometimes it's just raised there, and other times, who knows what happens. So, if I get you mad enough, will you leave me alone? What does the sign say? Does it say anything helpful? But in history, potentially, we do find that certain children who were considered to be different or didn't behave the way that families expected them to, or went through something that changed them a lot, were considered to have been swapped out by the Fae. And if you ask me my opinion, it's probably the parents trying to save face. Like, I don't know how to nurture this child. I'm just going to say it's the Fae, and then I'm less responsible for actually taking care of the child. It's not a good excuse. It's downright wrong, in my opinion, but it could be there. There's easier than trying to be a parent. Has history really changed? And I think in some cases, like, I know several people who are excellent parents, so I want to call that out. But yeah, so there is that potential that exists as far as the lore of changelings goes. Yeah. We got another chicken. Come here, chicken. How do I get your friend, chicken? Now, last time we saw what will happen to chickens if you fight them, so we're not going to do that this time. I'm also not going to run into a fence. No offense. Oh, no. Chicken, come back. Chicken. No, stop climbing. We need you to get the chicken. Pick up the chicken. Well, okay, we got stuck. My dexterity is not what it should be. Can we just run in the water? Yeah, we can. Okay. Nope, that's putting... Okay, the chicken's gone. I'm gonna assume... And now I'm drowning. I'm gonna assume we can just get the chicken back. Can we climb here, please? That's one way to reset it. I remember reading about changeling when I was in high school and showed my friend the descriptions, and we decided we were both changelings. Oh no! Yeah, sorry Russ, I got rid of the chicken. It was an accident, but look, he's back. Chickens in this game are obviously Fae for multiple reasons. A, it just went right back to where it started, so obviously not like a terrible thing happening there, thank goodness. And also, they will collaborate with each other and fight you if you attack them even a little bit, but they also will help you. So again, that sort of chaotic neutral that we see going on. Slide a little bit. Yes, I know your precious cuckoos. I'm on it. Except there's one that's like not going to be easy because some lady is really mad about it. Chicken is just gone. That's what happens sometimes, right? Did I pass the other chicken? Where is this other chicken? You saw it too, right? Was it around? It's there. It's there. Okay. My dress smells... Wait, what? Okay, we'll get to that later. First, chicken. Okay. We're not going to go by way up the creek, because that didn't work out very well. Attack of the birds. See, I mean, did you see last week? It was wild. I usually don't... And honestly, they're not as bad. In previous Zelda games, they would downright take you out. Like, you would die by chicken. I don't think this counts, so I'm going to just put you right there. Cool, cool, cool. You should have 10 cuckoos. Only 6 have returned. Oh, you're such a bad cuckoo dad. It's okay. We're going to get the other ones. So we have 4 more to get, believe it or not. Also, this is a classic trope in Zelda games, finding the chicken. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a chicken around. Nope, not trying to do that. You're a different kid than the one I was trying to find. Oh, but you're running again, so I guess we're not playing anymore, and that's fine. That's fine. I didn't want to play that game. So, chickens, 4 of them. Where's that guy? Oh, he's coming from somewhere. Okay. Now, the chickens are not going to be inside anywhere. This is actually a potion store. I hardly use potions in here. Thanks for coming, Stephlin. Great to see you. He just said that he remembers on the N64 about dying the chick. Yeah, so N64 probably for him was Ocarina of Time, the original Ocarina of Time, which was epic. And yeah, the chickens in Kakariko Village there were a different breed. They were scary. Just got out of the lab. Did I miss the Fae conversation? The Fae conversation is going to extend through the entire thing. So far we've talked about Fae bargains, Fae trades, and changelings. And I need to get that chicken, but that lady... Oh, she's gone! Oh my gosh, get the chicken! It's great, okay. She went to bed, and now we get the chicken. But I have to not fall in the creek, and I need the sun to not come up. Okay. We did it, y'all! We just needed to wait for her to go to bed. Typical. Okay, so we got this one. And that means there are 3 more chickens around that we will need to find. So right now we're finding chickens. We're pretty sure the chickens are Fae. Just saying, because I accidentally dropped one in the water and it just vanished and went back to its other spot. So, you know, that's a Fae. That's a Fae is what that is. I just don't want to leave too far out of the village because it'll reset the whole thing, and I'm not about that, but I do wonder if there's one like on a roof. Let's take a gander up here. Anybody see anything that looks to them like there may be a chicken? Ah, look at that! Look at that! We found a chicken on the roof. As compared to the fiddler. And we just glide on down here. Put you with your friends. I think that leaves 2 left. You have 10 and only 8. Yeah, so we have 2 more to go. Lost and lonely. I'm sure they are. Okay, I'm gonna assume maybe there's one like down around. Whoa, let's not do that. Do a bit of a search around here. Oh. Well, we didn't want to do that, but it's okay. Here. This should be something. I mean, it's pretty, but it should be something. It's not, though. We are under the house. There's stuff under the house. There's stamella mushrooms under there. That means I should be able to get them. Yeah! Sneaky, sneaky. Mushrooms, again, a huge sign of Fae presence, right? With mushroom circles. Did we cut out or anything there? I see like I was connecting to the chat room again. I'm just making sure. If you jump in that circle of water, I bet you'll get something. You saw a circle in the water? I did not see it. I'm glad you caught it, because that's definitely a Korok situation. Well, we see those mushrooms. What is the story about mushroom circles? The story about mushroom circles is, okay, much like this, right? Circles don't occur naturally. So the idea is that energy or magic or something is causing that circle to happen. Oh no, I got swept away. It's okay, we'll just do this. Hi, that's a fish. I didn't jump enough for this Korok, clearly. So the circle, because it doesn't occur naturally, typically, they would say, well, this has to be magical, and ergo, Fae did it, because they are quite nature-associated beings. Yaha! We got them. Oh, my neighbors have put up a lot of their Christmas decorations. That's adorable. So we'll be putting up ours tomorrow. I'm excited about it. Yeah. So that's the story about Fae things. They're considered, in some ways, to be portals to the fairy world. So that's another thing we can talk about. Have you ever seen something in nature that looks like an invitation? And if you didn't know any better, you would try it. So we can often find that in nature, things that just look a little too perfect can be associated with gateways to the fairy realm. And it's like the whole like, not today, Fae, I'm not going to get, you know, spirited away, so to speak. Yeah. I was in Ireland and I encountered a lot of them. And yeah, like I know the mentality of being in Ireland probably helped a lot. But really, there was this one spot that I wanted to go into this little glen that there was like a wall of bushes and trees and branches, but one circular arched opening, kind of like a hobbit door, into a clear glen. And I was just like, dang it. Like, I want to go in there. You can tell there's magic in there. But of course, as I tried, I felt like a wall of energy that was like, no, not for you. So I didn't go. Similar to the feeling that happened when we, I hear a chicken. You, and then one more. Get back in. So a similar thing happened when we were in Japan. Now, are Fae in every culture? Yes. Are they called Fae in every culture? No. Right? So, conjecture. Chicken Dad is greater-ish Fae. Oh, and the chickens are lesser under his purview. Maybe. And he's like, you know, one of the chicken dads that are just not very attentive. But we only have one more chicken to get, so that's really cool. And I don't think it resets at sunrise or anything, because that would make me miserable. What happens if you do accidentally find a Fae portal and not notice and go through? You might find yourself in a situation that feels off if you do that. So, yeah, AJ, that's going to happen. No worries. So, yeah, if you find yourself kind of lost in the Fae world, there are ways to get out. Some common ways I've heard to sort of undo any glamour or any deception by the Fae. Whether it would guide you out of the Fae realm or not, I'm not particularly sure. But turning your clothes inside out before you go into a location will help you not get tricked by the Fae. So, that's one thing. So yeah, one way to avoid being deceived by the Fae is to flip your clothes inside out. This is also, believe it or not, one way to reverse a curse. Awesome. So yeah, you can reverse a curse by flipping your clothes inside out. Can someone let me know when the ads pop up? Can you still hear? Or do I need to repeat stuff and like pause for ads? Because I will. We're still looking for our last chicken. I'm talking about how to reverse a curse and also how to not be deceived by the Fae. Okay, great. By flipping your clothes inside out. So, Emily Wilde does this too. If you want to learn more about Fae, I swear, such a great resource is the Emily Wilde. Okay, you cannot hear. That's okay. I will, yeah. When I see you guys talking about that, I will pause. I wish it let me know. I should really, I bet you I have to, maybe if I pull up the channel, I'll be able to watch that happen too. Ow! Hang on, I just jarred my things. Yeah. Yeah, it should, just not in my streaming thing right now. So I will keep an eye on the channel too. That way I can be more timely for you guys. I apologize for that. Yeah, so we're looking for, oh, wait. Catch the fireflies. No, come here. Float downwards. Nope, it's not going to happen. Okay. Okay, maybe over here. We're going to have to hit the A button real fast. And I can walk in this lady's thing as much as I want at night. Cool. I'm still looking for that last chicken. I wonder if it's up there. But again, is that going to put me out of the realm here? I have to tiptoe them. Yeah, I know. I think there's some kind of a clothing set we get eventually that makes it so that they don't do that. I think this chicken's going to be on this path up here. I just feel like that is... Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it. We got our last chicken. Hello. Come here. Now we just gotta wait for the guy to actually wake up, or maybe I can go in and just talk to them. Yay! We got all the chickens and had plenty of opportunity. I'm afraid to go in there. I'm gonna wait for him to come out. The sun's coming up anyway. see who I get to talk to here about it. It was you, wasn't it? No. Okay, you're just going to tell me about the Yiga clan. You looked so different from far away. Oh yeah, I did. I knew it. Happy everyone is safe. Thank you. Oh, great. This will help. This will help. Awesome. If you hear any tippy tappies right now, that is Jack Jack. Jack Jack brings me on to another Fae topic. Look at this, you guys. There's so many ways we can relate things back to the Fae. So, this is all the cool stuff. These are going to help us. Like, this is just fun. That's gorgeous looking. We could get that. It's part of the set that we have right now. I think this is the shirt that we have right now. So that would give us, like, that set. These are the ones. Yeah, I know. They're enchanted. I know. They make you stealthier. And they look really cool. So, they're not very good at defense, but, you know, they're also really expensive. So the question becomes, do we want to pick these up to have a set? Because right now we're wearing our sweater. Because I think we can afford both of these. We can actually have a set. I say let's do it. We'll eventually get a ton of these. So yes, I'll take it. Great. And then we'll get this. So Emily Wilde and Emily Wilde, Fame Magic is connected to nature. And Emily Wilde, she actually goes around the world in the series, and this is what I love about it. They do a fantastic job of explaining things and explaining cultural differences with Fae. So Emily Wilde is one of my absolute favorite book series. So good, and really true to the lore. Really well researched, and has footnotes that gives you even more context, which to my academic brain loved that. And the footnotes are included in the audio read through. So if you get the audiobook, you won't miss out on the footnotes. That's the good news. Okay, so we have hung out in here for a little bit. We have places to be now. We're gonna put on our new clothes. We're gonna go out and we're gonna bring Wolfling back so that we can look at us. Here we go. Epic. There we go. Okay, we're gonna bring Wolfling back so that we can actually hang out with him for a bit. It only took us 3 weeks, but we're about to do it. I was excited. It's been one of my favorites too. It's a comfort read. It's one, I put comfort reads on my bookshelf. Am I? Yeah, there's Blot. Yes, I put comfort reads on my bookshelf, and Emily Wilde is definitely among them. Honestly, we're not going to take Blot very far because Blot still hates our guts. So I don't know what we did wrong here. There we go. Now that we're out here, let's get out to where we can actually move around. And we'll get Wolfling. Blot, calm down, buddy. Just follow the road. It's fine. You're doing great. I really wish we could be better friends. There's a goat. Capricorn, if you mind. Yeah. Emily Wilde. Highly recommend as far as Fae books go. Okay, so ready? If I can get this just right. Hey! Yes! Straight down to the nostalgic everything. So we're just gonna run with him right now. Legend, not like, listening to the Legend and Lattes for the last week. Yes! I'm glad you're enjoying that. Right now I am reading Raiders of the Arcana, which is also very, very good. By Jacqueline Benson. It's the 3rd book in the series. I'm adoring it. The characters are fantastic. The historical and cultural commentary is on point and really, really good. I have no notes for this thing. I think it's fantastic. Okay. I guess we have back now. Well, thanks, buddy. That's really nice of you. Oh my goodness. So, you can also, if as you see, Wolflink here has his own health bar. If he gets hurt, we'll use those to cook and feed him in exchange because clearly he just gave us a Fey offering, and now we've got to make sure we take good care of him. So that's how Fey offerings go. Back to that topic. Yeah. Sheesh. It's raining right now too, so I'm glad we're not like trying to climb anything. All these spark or shiny things are mushrooms. Amaranth. We can use that to eventually make something that will... Are you? You're just a person. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You okay? I thought he was going to attack the person for a second. Like, is that Yiga? We can eventually use Amaranth to make a food or elixir or something that will help us be sturdier. Armor, right? It's also, you could think about Amaranth is an actual thing. Hylian herb here is in everything, so you can get some of that. How are you? Hi. Oh, no. So this guy's going to attack us. Just letting you know right now. Now, here's another... They're not Fey in the canon, but sometimes we're going to talk about glamour. Okay? So sometimes another kind of Fey thing that you can also do yourself. Glamour magic is totally a thing. It's making yourself appear different than you actually are. So here we go. Yep. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. We have, thankfully, Wolf Link, who will help us out here as I... well, we can also just, I don't know, he's going to teleport all over the place too. Ow! I'm so bad with the controls on this right now. Shield, man, what are you doing? Shield, no, wait. Where did he go? I think, oh no, he's still around. I hear him laughing. There he is. Wolf Link for the KO. Let's see. Let's get hammered. Aw, man. Ugh. Am I gonna die first? I need to get better with my controls because I keep forgetting what's run because it's not the same in this. Nope, run, Link. You can't just sit there swinging your thing like that. Alright. He's done. Good job, Wolf Link. How are you doing, buddy? You didn't take a hit. What is wrong with me? Fun fact, Yiga have a thing for bananas. So we're going to get a lot of mighty bananas. Sorry I'm so bad at this. It's because all week long I'm playing a different game. And the controller setup is wildly different. And so when I get to playing this, I have to get my muscle memory adjusted. Yeah. And I feel like I could take that guy. No, I need this. No, I need this. Nope, I need this. There we go. Boom. Yeah. This is probably a good idea, right? Okay. Now we're just going to let ourselves get swept down. Oh, hello. I'll take you too. We're going fishing. Just let this kind of naturally lead us somewhere so we can conserve our stamina. As someone who has been stuck in a river before, against a current that made... Oh no, it's raining. Can the rain move on? That'd be great. I have some Stamella shrooms. We're going to get out of here. As someone who has been stuck in a current before, do let the current take you somewhere with your head above water, because it's easier than fighting against it. Also, do not swim in the Nile River. It's not good for you, but nobody told me that. I was fine, but I just hear it's not good for you. Alright. So a Stamella shroom on its own doesn't do anything. Okay, great. Awesome. We don't have anything for this. And the rain's still here. Will this take us? Where will this take us? We might have to bust out Wolf Link again. Unless... I'm not going to get over to that in time. Well, okay, so it's either... We have our options here. What's going to get me to a place where I can stand? Okay. We are about to drown. Bear with me. Why is it not good to swim in the Nile? There's bacteria in the water. And if that bacteria gets to you, it's just not healthy. Yeah. So what else am I playing? I play Genshin Impact. That's my like daily. I play Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Those are my two dailies. And the controller setup's vastly different for Genshin. Yeah, so more like Glam More. AJ just saw that. I love that. Thanks. Yeah, so we've defeated our first Giga. I feel like I've done this before, but I just feel like there should be something for me to toss these into. Typically when there are stones that you can pick up, there is also a circle of, haha, see? That's what I'm talking about. So the goal here is to throw this rock into that. Hiya. Not quite, but close. So that's going to be another circle for us. Oncoming Storm. You and I seem to have a lot in common with our gaming techniques. You're playing Honkai right now. Friend convinced me. Yes. Yes. They have so many free 5 stars. I will say though, oh, this works. Okay. Or does it? I got Finan, who is one of the, he just came out for his second run, honestly. And I just love the current story in Honkai. It's phenomenal. It's so good. There's so much stuff down here. Who's normally down here, and how do I get this rock over there? You know what, let's just roll that over there. Nope, that's gone now. Is it? Yeah. Alright. I need, there's a thing we're gonna get soon, which I'm looking forward to. Aside from just more stamina, we will also get this thing called Rivali's Gale, and maybe we'll do that first, is go for Rivali and see if we can't, can you just grab the wall, friend? See if we can't get that so that we can go up places better. Shiny stuff, I know, but it's less than what we're working with, so. Oh, Wolf Link, chasing the birds. I mean, that's so adorable. I'll take it. Good dog. I wish I could pet it. Oh, it won't let me pet him, though. So good. Okay, so I like the height we have up here. I would like more. Nope. I've done this before. Believe it or not, I have completed this game before. But it was a while ago. And I did not memorize it as well as I memorized Twilight Princess, which I can actually do entirely from memory. No? No. That's rigged. There's something wrong here. It's okay. We'll try again. I'll tell you what we could do. I don't know how much... Excuse me, Wolf Link. Excuse me, buddy. You're in the way. Hey, I don't want to hurt you. Move. Okay, we're gonna set this down right about here. And it's gonna roll away. Today I learned that's not stable. Okay. Well, let's try something else. There's got to be some kind of thing here that's like, stand right here and you'll be fine. Oh, bonk. Look at all the rocks that we can't reach now. That's lovely. Okay, so maybe this just isn't the Korok circle for us today. That's fine. It's such a good point. Like, how cute was it just watching him chase the birds? I'll tell you what I can do. Instead of wasting time, we have the technology. I want to go over here. We have the technology to simply go back here. We'll see if Wolf Link follows us. And if not, we'll just pull him out again. Yeah. I'm just so much more accident prone in this game. Yeah. Okay, good to know. So we've got Wolf Link back. Well, and we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some poultry. This guy cannot be stopped. All right. All right. So the question is, do we want to upgrade our tablet first, or do we want to go fight and get some more skills first? And there we go again. Cheebers. That's nature's way. He chases birds, and you get meat. Yeah, that's what he does. He's a good boy. So we'll work on that. So, who wants to help me? That is very handy. I know. So let's start making some decisions. When people come back from ad space, they can also weigh in. Do we want to start heading towards? I'll bring up the map here. Whoa, that's not what I want. That's what we're eventually going to get a camera. Spoiler. Okay, so over here, I believe is Hateno. Hateno? Locked mementos. Yeah, so that's the closest thing for us. Maybe we do that first and then go after all the other things because they seem like they're further away. Sounds good? Yay! Cool. So we're going to head in that direction. And Wolflink is with us, and we can bust him out whenever we want to. I think as we head in that direction, which I believe is this way, we'll hopefully find a tower that we can do something with. And we will then be able to maybe also get a new horse. Whoa, what are you upset at? Where are we going? Oh, okay. I was far too slow, and Wolfling took care of it. My gosh, I love this. This is great. Now, we're gonna... Oh, is he gonna let us get to these horses and see? We're sneaking, so he's sneaking. Alright. It's not a great horse again, but it's something. We're not going to register this one, because we really just need to get from one place to another. I think maybe... Whoa! Oh! Wolflink is off doing his own thing. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Why was your sword out, friend? Where's the horse? The horse is fine, right? Yes, the horse is over there. We're gonna leave the horse be. Clearly not a good idea. Butter toffee horse. Seriously, right? I guess let's see what happens. Wolflink will not be able to... Where did Wolflink go? Buddy? Oh, here he is. Okay. I thought we were going to run into a more natural bridge over here somewhere, but it doesn't look like it. We may have had to go to that bridge back there. And again, worst case scenario, we just respawn Wolflink over on the other side after... Okay, rude. New horse to your left. Yeah, I know. I need a bridge. Need a bridge. Bringing up the map real quick. Are we headed in the right direction? We are. We are headed... We're headed in... Whoa. If we follow the river, we can... Oh, we'll just go back to that road. Well, that makes sense. Okay, great. So we'll go this way. I should also probably eat some food or something, just to not be near death. Sure, pop a steak. Great. And then, because we have so many lovely apples. Good. Nice. Everybody's full health. We're going to head over this way. Oh. You're ruining my chances to bloopy, you guys. Dang it. And a cricket. Well, was that the keys? Good lord. The good news is, we can't hit Wolflink. I do like that. I do like that. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you, Wolflink. You're the best. Let's grab whatever's over here. Oh. Yeah, turns out Wolflink did take somebody out. Okay. Good dog. Don't climb that tree. Awesome. And the rain's back, because of course it is. Alright, you see a bunch of horses. That's so adorable. Oh, a shrine. Wait a second. That looks like we've already done it before. Let me make sure I'm not running too far back. Yeah, I am. Aha, so this way. Still making good time, I swear. It's about the journey. That was one of the things, next week we have what's going on here? We have our full moon in Gemini coming up next week on Wednesday, so we'll be able to talk about it, or around Wednesday. We'll be able to talk about it in real time, but it definitely is one of those things that feels more about the journey and not the destination when it comes to next week's full moon. So just, are you digging something up? Are you okay? Nice. Handled that. It's so nice to have friends. So yes. How does Fey Magic work? Like, typically, what do they like to do, or what can they help us with? So when it comes to my experience and knowledge base on Fey Magic, this is a Korok. Fantastic. No, don't fall down that, please. Okay. When it comes to Fey Magic, what they like is, this is a great example. Like, if they are playing a game, they like for you to play the game with them. If they are, good lord, if they are in your home, they want to be appreciated, right? It's not too far off of, oh my goodness, where's the pattern? It's not too far off of what we would appreciate for ourselves, but it's just good to keep in mind that if they do something for you, they do expect you to actually care. So, you know, be nice about it. Boom. Wolflink would just make everything better, honestly, yeah. Yeah, so when it comes to Fey Magic, it's transactional. That's a great way of putting it. Like, they can do things because they're not as limited by the same kind of laws as we are. We've got physics and all of this physical world stuff we work with. They don't work with that quite as closely. Obviously they work within the world in some ways, but they have their own sort of vibration that they're hanging out on. And, oh goodness. Well, where were you on the plateau, buddy? Yeah, so they are hanging out sort of in their own vibration, which has a little bit more leeway than we do. Space and time, wonky, and malleable for them. Love that for them. Would like more of that for myself. Going the entirely different direction again. What, I am so backwards, which is typical of an enchanted forest, I guess. Yeah, so, but it is very transactional. If they do something for you, there will be an expectation in return. So just don't make any purchases you can't afford. That's one way to think about it and to go about it. Okay, this is where we're headed. We're on track now, out of the wilderness. This rain, man, sheesh. But thank goodness for Wolflink. We are not going anywhere without Wolflink anymore. Yes, so now we come upon the battlefield here. How often do these transactions need to happen? Not often. It's not that big of a deal. If they do it first, just repay them. If you want something, make sure how often do your transactions for your groceries happen, right? Like, as often as you need food. Likewise, whatever you might be doing in collaboration with someone, how often does that need to happen? It's a case-by-case thing. The point that I'm trying to get at is not to be facetious. It's mostly just treat it like it's another normal thing, and you'll rely better on your natural instincts about it. Yeah, it's a very much a relationship. Could I leave out some honey and ask them to help keep ants from the home? I mean, ants also like honey, so to the ants, you're also paying them. So you could leave out something shiny and ask them to keep ants out of the home. Like Just want to make sure you're not also appeasing the ants in that process. But yes, technically you could leave out something. Here's the situation. When we were moving away from our last space that we lived in, the Fae were clearly upset about it because they kept stealing stuff. Like I needed my passport for our trip to Greece that year. With Trova Trip, by the way. We're going back again. If you want to come with us to Greece in June, you can totally come with us. We're going to come to go to Delphi. We're going to do deity work. It's going to be fantastic. But yeah, so when I noticed all my stuff kept disappearing and I kept checking where I knew it was and it wasn't there, I you can put sugar, honey, sweet things are great. But again, ants are drawn to those too. So if you have an ant problem already, it's probably going to exacerbate that. I use coins. So my favorite thing is coins. Yeah. So you can, yeah, some like hot beverages, some like tea. It's really going to be dependent. Like I said, my go-to is coins. Or if you're really good with plants and you take care of a plant, they seem to really like that. Bringing nature into the home seems like a decent offering for them. So that's something that you can work with as well. Something around here is a Korok because I can hear that jingling. So yeah, anything that seems to work, it's going to be, again, like we said, case by case. If you want a Fae to help you with something travel related, they obviously like travel, so bring them back something. Is one way to do it. Why is this dog barking? What's he doing? Oh, he's going after that thing. Okay. Well, great. That's fantastic. We appreciate it. Like again, if it's an animal and it's protecting you, protect it back. Yeah. You can justify a fern purchase. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. You just saw the sweater. Excellent choice. Yes. Yes. Thank you. I think we found our road. Did we find our road? Let me double check here. Well, we found our road and then some. We are now looking for a tower, which I hope this road will lead us to. Cool. Yes. So I hope that helps when we talk about different things that work for them. In most cases, when you're working with the magical realm, it is the same as when you're working with another person. You just don't get the visual feedback as much. So if you just go with the flow of an actual normal relationship, 9 times out of 10 you're going to figure it out. The one thing with some Fae, again, they have their own kind of cultures and subcultures, just like we as people do. But you'll find, like, some of them are really nature-based and love their stuff. And then some of them are more about, oh, this is going to be a Yiga. But do we feel ready for that? I did not do a good job last time. I have one of their sickles now, though, so. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Reciprocal relationships are usually positive. Yeah, when everybody's getting what they need. If it starts feeling toxic, don't work with it. That's like an excellent protection situation in life and with magic. If it starts feeling toxic, don't work with it. Grilled salmon. And also, the hero's life. Wow, I'm so shocked. Not on my watch. Oh, look at that. Yeah, no, I can carry more melee weapons. I'm sorry. We're going to get rid of this. Yeet that over there. Pick this up. Cool. And money. We will be able to buy those clothes someday. Nice. They seem to like combs. I've heard that too. Combs are affiliated with magic a lot. One of the things that combs are really linked to, if you look in, I think it's Cornelius Agrippa's 3 Books of Occult Philosophy, the image for Venus that's used on Venusian talismans is a woman holding a comb. So that is something that has been associated with magic for a long time. There's even, like way back, because they are what was used in some of the earliest forms of like beauty, right? I screamed to kill it with fire. Oh, hi. You hurt me bad, man. Hang on a second. I don't want to waste this. We'll waste this. Oh, because you have a bigger thing. A farming hoe. And it's got 16? Well, give me that. I don't need this leaf anymore. The problem with the leaf is if I do this, it's just gonna... Did I hurt a horse? No, they're hurting the horse. Okay, I gotta drop this leaf and go protect a horse. Hang on. Say that in common conversation. Okay, we drop the leaf. We go pick up the hoe. And now we're gonna go save a horse. And Wolflink is already on it. Okay, I don't know where the horse is, but we're doing all right. What's this now? Farmer's pitchfork. That goes down to 7, so I'm just glad to categorize it and move on. Wolflink, how you doing, buddy? Still perfect. Okay. Good puppers. You gotta love dogs. So, speaking of celebrations and things, what's everybody planning for this weekend? Do you have a celebration you're looking forward to? Any abundance rituals you're looking forward to? Anyone looking for suggestions? Let me know. What do you plan? Yeah. Yep. Moment of Astrology Origins and Divination paperback, August 5th. Moment of Astrology. I have that book. AJ, where did you hear about that one? That's awesome. Oh, my God. Oh, the goat! Oh. Okay, let's make sure we know where we're going over here. Don't hit the thing. Potato. We're not going to go to the equestrian riding course just yet because I'm terrible at that. I thought you were referencing this book. No, but it's a good one. I have it on my bookshelf behind me. Hadn't considered an abundance ritual. Yeah. The only plans are to survive dinner with my family. Those are admirable plans. Oh no, they're all going downhill. Here we go. Yeah, well, they're gone. I swiped at them instead of picking them up. Put that away. I'm gonna need to cook soon too, because whoa. Rain, typical. Yes, sir. But hopefully that means we're getting near a village. I saw a shrine somewhere. Oh goodness, run, bird! You don't stand a chance. Catholic in-laws coming over. Leaves my home and your home and your energy. I honestly love that, yeah. And remember, you can always cleanse after someone leaves if they don't bring good vibes. Don't hurt me. Alright, I am highly injured. And there are more things coming at me. So, well, not there. We'll eat another. How about you? You're going to give me a lot, though. But it's not like I can't do it better. We'll eat this for now. Cool. And you're way down there, so... Oh, someone needs help. Well, looks like Wolflink's on top of this. Jeebers. Somebody got knocked out? Jeez. You okay, bud? Where's my dog? My dog's around somewhere. Oh, because... Don't you hurt my dog. Oh my gosh. I think he's doing more damage than they are, to be honest. Oh my gosh. There's more. No. Stop it. Okay. You good, bro? Can we go check on this person who got knocked out? Because I think they're going to give me something for saving them. He's still fighting things. Oh, and this person's still scared too. No, you hurt more people. Good lord. I just took out a tree. Didn't mean to do that. So that is something where the Fae might come out and be like, you chopped down a tree in a sacred forest. Bad. So I would then plant another tree to make up for it, right? Pie is always a plus. We love that. Yeah. Yeah, Dan's making a pie right now. I can smell it. It's that, oh, hey, Gabe. It is apple butter pie, which I talked about before. I get to smell it now, which is great. Are you okay? We're traveling all over for hearty truffles. You're just going right back to work. Awesome. Awesome. How about you, friend? Hearty truffles. Okay. Well, enjoy that. Have fun. Wolf Link is gone. So, no, he's not. Let me just get this to, there we go. Oh. Can't be used again today. Oh no! Well, that's okay. We're heading into a town. So, man, they're mad at me for using my Wolf Link too much. How dare they? But it's okay, because we're literally here. This is the town. So he wouldn't have been able to come in with us anyway. Yeah, apple butter pie. Yeah. And pecan pie. That also sounds really good. You okay there, friend? Who am I? I'm a traveler. Yeah, Hylians are generally good folk. I mean, geez, I guess if you say so. General store. Yeah, I know, you've got a lot of stuff. So, fun fact, in this town, we're going to go to that shrine so we can make sure we have a save point. But also, over around here somewhere. There. Aha. That house is rumored to have been Link's old house, which is fun. When we go up in here, we learn how to like build houses. This is the modern style that they use, which honestly, I would take the old one any day. But if we go over here, we can explore what was, yeah. I agree. WTF, why can't I use this thing I purchased? But yeah, this was Link's old house. And eventually we can actually repurchase it. Yay, capitalism. So we can repurchase it and we'll be able to display things on it and that kind of stuff will be ours. Which is cute. If we talk to this guy, another day or another rupee. Should make some apple pies. Ooh, Ren, that sounds good. One of my friends keeps trying to get rid of the apples. Man, pies are good. My favorite thing is cheesecake, I will say. But pies are pretty good. Do we want to cook something while we're here? I'm gonna forget otherwise. We're just gonna put a bunch of random stuff together. So let's see what happens when we do a Hylian shroom. We'll do... We got tons of stuff here. Hylian shroom, that's not a lot of CVS. What do you have? One of you. What do I have a lot of? I have not been collecting enough here. Ugh, can't use that yet. Okay, we'll try a carp. And some stimula shrooms. You know what? Because we do need those. So then we're gonna say, is this how we? Yeah. And let's watch as Link gets really excited about what he makes for abundance this season. See how happy? We got a mushroom skewer. That's nice. So that'll help us out later. Love cheesecake. Yeah, I've decided if ever in the distant future I am venerated for whatever reason and offerings are made in my name, it would be cheesecake and coffee. Those would be the appropriate offerings. I don't see why that would happen. It would be kind of weird. But still, we found a great recipe that has been consistent. We love that. You think you're making deviled eggs tomorrow? Yes. I'm pretty sure Dan's mom will be making deviled eggs tomorrow. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Her thing this year is to do Thanksgiving pot pies. Like mini ones. I'm excited for that too. That sounds amazing. I will, of course, as usual, be bringing the green bean casserole. So that is my thing. I just found, I think I must have hurt my finger yesterday. And I didn't even realize it. But yeah. Okay, let's see how we do with this. What's our game? This isn't the maze, is it? I think it's the maze. It's the maze. Okay, so, is it the maze? No, it's not. Is it? I can't remember. Yeah, it looks like it is. So I'm going to show you something that is really funny about this. So this is entirely based on me doing this. And that's ridiculous, right? Like I'm going to have to... Some people have found a way to do this smarter than I have. But this is very tricky for me. Don't do it, don't do it. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Some people will actually be able to flip the whole maze upside down with the ball still staying intact. I don't know how they do it. And they will, nope, there it goes. Okay, well, oh, that's why. They just do this. And then, if I can get my, because the balance on this is wild, right? So if I can just get it balanced out even a little bit, don't roll off. Come here, you. Come here. You can see how tense I am about this. This is going to be a lot easier. Did that make it? No. Oh, but we didn't lose it. Whoop. Okay. So that's what we're gonna attempt here. We just do this. Let it roll down a little bit there. A little bit more. We're gonna cheese it. Not that one. I don't know what would actually be easier, but this is the trick. And hiya. Yes. Okay. And now it'll go down the hill. Yep. And I'm gonna set this way because eventually I'm gonna jump onto it and get that chest. There we go. Nice. Yeah. It's so much easier. It is so much easier. So now we got that. We'll jump down. Oh man. Yeah, we'll jump down here. And you saw the chest in there. So we're gonna run up there. I set it up so that we should. Is the best way to get up there from here or from over there? Okay, we can actually set it up that it's easier to get to from over there. So bear with me, but we did a good job. That did not take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. So yeah, that's a trick I remember from when this first came out and I was following all the subreddits and all the different YouTubes, which is how I do it. That's research, isn't it? Like when you're interested in something, you research it. Yeah, you do. That was back in the day though, where we had Joy-Con drift in a real bad way, and you can imagine how annoying that was. Okay, I think I want to jump from up here, so I want to give myself like this. That should let me jump in, right? Yeah, sure. Let's try it. And we made it. Cool, cool, cool. Research is important. Always. Literally why of all the astrological associations, I picked NCGR because they are research focused and committed. If you are a member of NCGR, hi, thank you for being a member. You're going to have the opportunity to vote for our vice president soon, as well as our president. And if you think I'd make a good vice president, feel free to vote for me because I am running for vice president of NCGR, which is wild. But exciting. I really enjoy the direction that they're going and the way our meetings go now. It's really cool. So, yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun. Nice, we did that. We did that and it wasn't so bad. Vote for Crystal. Yeah. I tried to run for class president once. I had a speech. I had everything. What I didn't have was general popularity. when I am currently clerk of NCGR. We do not have a vice president. We have recently updated our bylaws to include a vice president. So I was the pseudo vice president for the last 2 years anyway. And I'm really excited we'll have a vice president role because we deserve it. The structure deserves to be in place for that. But yeah, it's going to be really great. I like the direction everything's going. Like I said, they're developing things. There's energy behind it, and I really like it. So I'd like to stay involved. All right, so now we have our teleport here. We're all set with that. Look at the emojis, guys. They are giving me so much joy. Thank you so much. So many versions of dogs, too. Love it. Is someone up on that roof? No, that's a light. Okay. So this, imagine, this was probably 100 years ago. Link's hometown. Cute, yeah? I don't want to play with kids anymore. They're hard to find. Yay, corgis! We are going to try, now that so many of you have access to this, it makes it even more fun. I'm going to see, I don't know how to do it yet, but I'll figure it out, how to make, how to make Jack and Zelda emojis. Because we've got to be able to do it. And so we will make the dogs emojis, and then you can use actual Jack and Zelda emojis. But yeah, that is a heck of a derp. Jack has the best derp. So we call Jack Jack's derp is when his lip gets stuck on his teeth. And it happens a lot, but it happened so much when he was a little baby puppy with his baby puppy teeth. And so he was really derpy. Zelda, on the other hand, bleps. So you'll catch her just with a, and she'll sometimes just like lick the couch, but leave her tongue out for a while. And so that's something that happens. This eventually is going to turn into something where we can upgrade it and dye our clothing different colors. Eventually. Is this something I haven't picked up before? I'm trying to catalog everything yet. I don't need the soup ladle. Oh. No. Take it. I'll explain to the villagers. You eat your fill. Oh, no, I feel like a horrible person. Oh. Your horse's belly is full. That's great. So this is the inn we were talking about. I see. So much custom things in this game. Isn't it great? It became like when cozy games were taking off, this became sort of an honorary cozy game. The old man had the best derp and blep. Oh, so much fun. Pups are great. If it was a pup, maybe it was something else. Maybe he was something else. But either way, animals are awesome. They are the greatest. So here's another typical Legend of Zelda thing. Going into random people's homes. Sometimes you find things in here that you can use. It used to be that they just didn't even pay attention that you were in their house. Now there's like nobody. Oh gosh, someone's sleeping. That feels weird. I'm not going to wake him up. But then I think it was Skyward Sword. It was one of the first times you go into someone's house and you would break a pot or something. And they would, is that bombable? They would be like, hey, what are you doing in my house? And you were like, oh man, you actually noticed. That's wild. I do not currently have someone making the emojis. Right now, I would probably just make them on my phone using the background remover thing and then see if I just upload them, because it would just be pictures in that case. If someone wanted to do a drawing of Jack and Zelda, I would be stoked about that, but I do not have that talent. So we'd have to rely on someone with actual talent and skill for that, of which I am not. I really should find a way to mark these guys, because I know they're going to come into play later. Going all the way down here. I wonder if I can, because I didn't find a tower or anything either. The tower's way out there. You know what, you guys? I think, yeah, I can do it with the photos, no problem. Like, I can easily make emojis of Jack and Zelda with the photos, because my phone can do that. I think we're going to go out and go to that tower, and that's one of the things we'll kind of wrap up with tonight. Is this also a secondary shrine that is underneath stuff? I wonder if I can bomb it. Don't go down the waterfall. Don't go down the waterfall. Okay. Or is this something that opens up later? It's something that opens up later. For sure. Because it's the thing that we have to use to light. Okay, we'll get that in a bit. But we got to go to that guy right now, so not that one. Cool. That's where we're headed so that we can actually see what's on our map. We'll just take as direct a route as possible, I suppose. Yeah. More chickens. Ooh, Faye, been looking at Kenny Boyle for the Faye Education and Scottish Legends. Yes. Mahara Starling, if that's how I say it, is really nice. So I have I'm obviously not as educated because I was born and raised in the coal region of Pennsylvania, but my grandmother came from, I think she was second generation or so Welsh, maybe more than that, honestly. But fun fact for her was she and her sisters, her two sisters, were still very aware of their Welsh witch lineage somewhere in our background. And they used to believe that they were the Welsh witches, and they would put their heads together and like cast magic just with intention. They didn't use any ingredients or anything like that. So that was the whole idea, where they would just, through intention magic, more chaos magic, I guess, if you would say, but they believed that their Welsh lineage lent to that. So it's really cool to watch Mahara talk about that kind of stuff, because it makes me remember my grandmother. The first time I was ever introduced to magic as more than just like a hat trick was my grandmother, when she actually said that I was the only one among the grandkids that showed signs of being the Welsh witch. So, oh, there we are. That's where we're headed. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah, apparently, I guess ads are just the incentive for subscriptions. If you get the subscriptions, they go away, but we can work with both. Because I'm glad you guys are here, and I want this to be enjoyable for everybody. What is that? That is a glowy blue thing. Whoa! Oh, stop smacking things away. Oh, those are going to be, I'm going to use those later. Okay. I'm not going to, because I don't have my trusty dog, I'm not going to try to take on this whole plateau of moblins who want to, take me out. Rude that they won't let me bring out my papa. Have you studied all your potential lineage? My mom put together a really handy family history. Only problem is I have to read it again. I haven't read what the whole history is on my maternal side. The paternal side is pretty well fleshed out all the way to the first guy who came here exactly 100 years before I was born. And he, we have his lineage, but then when we tried to do my dad's mom's lineage, we ran into some trouble because, what is going on over here? I might have to actually take out these guys. He's gonna throw that other guy at me. Hang on. This will not stand. Where's my, oh, I lost both of them? Wow, okay. 15 it is, not that. Okay. Wow, okay, rude. You're too bulky to get me. That's fine. And your friend is gone. Oh, no, you're down there. You come in? Okay. So, there's that. Yeah. Yeah, so when my mom was trying to do the lineage of my dad's mom, she got stuck with Italian mafia stuff. And when she was talking to my dad's family about it, kind of ran into one of my dad's uncles said, don't ever ask about this again. And when she went to research him further, because no concept of consequences, she found that his name was torn out of the court books. And he was known for his wife having gone on vacation, except no, she didn't. They found her in the attic. So that's my Italian heritage for you. All right, can we avoid this, or can I just burn it? Because I believe I can just burn it. Yeah. So as far as that goes, kinda, but not really. All right, I may be wasting. Nope. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just give myself a path here. There. Now, let me make sure I move back to regular arrows. Nice. Nice. We can activate this, and then that'll be a nice place to wrap it for the night, probably. I might have to shoot one more thing. Cool and terrifying at the same time, yeah. It's really neat, because my dad used to talk about, well, my grandmother used to talk about her experiences with her grandmother. And her experiences with her grandmother were such that they would have family meetings frequently. And her grandmother, who was very short, was called Big Mom. And Big Mom would sit on the kitchen table, and all of the little kids would be given a piece of chocolate and like a silver dollar and sent upstairs. And they weren't allowed to come down until the meeting was over. Big Mom would sit on the kitchen table and everyone would listen. And that's all we know. And at one point I was like, wait, Big Mom was the mafia boss. So, you know, that's what I've deduced, at least. Yeah. Yep. So, the more you know. Okay. How far back can I get here? Because I'm going to need those fire arrows again. That's some heritage, yeah. My family, my dad's side, is actually interesting as well, because please go all the way up there. Nice. Nice, perfect. He and his family come from a country that don't exist anymore. So we come from a kingdom called Galicia, which was absorbed into the Austrian-Hungarian Empire in World War I. And it no longer exists, but one of my ancestors was apparently a seamstress to the king, and stuff happened. So, you know, if it were a kingdom, I might have a claim somewhere. But it's okay, we have royal blood from Wales, which obviously also means nothing. So, no offense to anybody from Wales, I respect it, I wish it were still a thing. Galician royalty, yeah, illegitimate, but, you know, all the same. I think we have enough stamina for this. I'm just going to take it nice and easy. Yeah. So, yeah, we covered so much tonight, guys, about the Fae lore. I'm so excited. Yeah, I could tell by your name, Maewyn, that you had a lot of Welsh going on. I think that's really, really cool. My family comes from the Morgan clan, or group in Wales. Apparently there are castles there, and one of our ancestors was thought to be a god. So, you know, we try. Central Europe is a historical mess. So another video game, and this is one Dan plays, is called Europa Universalis. And it literally lets you play through history as countries. And he is so good at geography because of it, and really good at history and all of those things. So, yeah, that's how that goes. Yes, they just came out with the... Yeah, Gabe, of course you play Europa. Dan was so stoked. We actually set aside the whole day to make sure he'd be able to download it. We made sure his internet was up. It was a very exciting time in this household. I am not the type that can play that game, but Dan certainly is. So yeah, if we ever all three meet up, which would be really cool, we would all have stuff to talk about. It'd be fun. All right, great. So we've got this. Now what we're going to do is teleport on back to Hatina Village, and we can wrap up from there. You guys, look how far we've come. It's like playing a spreadsheet. Yeah, it's insane. But it's fantastic. Again, Dan is so amazing at trivia nights and so many other things. And I hope he can hear me right now, because I am happy to sing his praises. To be honest, my gamer tag started from playing Lord of the Rings online. but have very Welsh last names from both sides of your family. That's really, really cool. That is really cool. Awesome. So Crusader Kings. Oh, Crusader Kings is another big one they do. It's more like a feudalism thing. I've heard Dan talk about that. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for being here for tonight. We are just about at our 2-hour mark. I appreciate you all. Next time, we will be a little bit more conservative and smart about the way that we employ our Wolf Link amiibo so that the wolf can join us for more. But this is fantastic. We'll just end here with our lovely view of an erupting volcano and a nice breezy tree. And I'm going to wish you all a very amazing holiday weekend. No Alchemist ink spill on Friday. I'll see you again for the Monday Magic Mood Boost over on YouTube, on Crystal and Sophia YouTube, and then we'll be back here next week for more on here. If you have any suggestions of things you'd like to talk about that the game is inspiring you for, let me know. I will bring it into the game and we will continue. Otherwise, we'll just keep getting inspired as we go. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you soon.